you're looking at them because how smart they are, or how brilliant they are, or how great they can keep a conversation, or some stupid stuff like that. That's how they think, because they can't think for themselves. They need to be taught. That's why you have these type of women. Mm, that's why they walk respectful. Respectful. Even this is far. It is too modern. But still, they dress more moderately than the average female in existence on the planet Earth. Very modest. You don't see the figure, nothing. But like I said, they're also being modernized. But still, this is still respectable. Um, Back in the days, you had the Edomites dressing like that too. For example, the women was dressing like that, and it was more respectable. They had their head covered to a certain degree, because these people are liars by nature. So yeah, sometimes they had it on, sometimes they didn't. Typical, typical. So yeah, it's just bullshit. But anyway, they show you a form of godliness. They show you a form of godliness, as it is written in the book of First Timothy's. They have a form of godliness, but keep away from these people. Second Timothy, chapter 3. But this is form. Wait, where is it again? Right. But this is actually talking about false prophets, false teachers. Right. And what do? They lead captive silly women laden with sin. That's why often you see women in the churches. Women are in the churches most of the time. The majority of them are a bunch of women, and that is exactly how you catch them. But yeah, you can catch them because they got the money. So you just milk them to death, and they really think that they're going to heaven. They're going to heaven. They really think that. You're far from it. You can get tricked real. Why do you think Satan went to why do you think Satan went to the woman? Because he knew. He knew he was not going to get at him. He knew. But how do you get at him? If he loves his wife too much. Not in a good way. You have something that is too much, okay? Meaning you're going to follow her to death. Your own death. Okay? That's too much. When you see your wife jump off a bridge, don't follow her, man. Be like, hey, why you do that for? Now you left me alone. Don't jump where they're like, I'm gonna join you, honey, until death do us spark, splatter yourself upon the ground. First Timothy chapter 2 verse 13. For Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. And then when she got deceived, she went and deceived him. But, so because he was loving his wife, listening to his wife, then he died too. Did the woman come? Through her, we all die. The book of Sirach, chapter 25, verse 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her, we all die. A man that is born of a woman. Job 14, verse 1. Man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. It's of a few days, meaning You're gonna live a short life. Why? Because you came from her. You're gonna die. Yep, that's it. That's it. And especially if your mother is raising you without the father. Oh shit. Oh boy. Full of trouble. You got demons. Chirac niggas. These these are some fatherless boys raised by their mama. Then they turn into this shit. Look at that. Look at this detention desk. How do you spell that? Desk. Detention desk. Detention desk. Here. That's them. Back in the days, I remember this in school. They even got a meme. Rappers today be looking like a desk in detention. Okay, right. That's literally how they look, actually, like this. Back in the days, this is even done skillfully and artfully. So this is not real. This is real. This is the real one. You know, these are the ones that you sit at school when they punish you. Right. So this is what you're gonna get if your mama raised you. But yeah, right. So going back to over here because I deviated from where I was. Sorry about that. Anyway, so going back to Cherub, right? I'll upload this afterward and Exodus, Hebrew, right? So go back to Hebrew. Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1. Yahweh, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, had in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he had appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. Right. So it shows you that in this time, which was 2,000 years ago, was already the last days. So that was the beginning of the last days. And now we are at the end of the last days. Yes, we are at the end. And what is going to happen after that? Second Ezra chapter 6. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So the end of Esau's society is near. That's why they're falling. That's why they're saying, make America great again, because it's not that great anymore. They're falling from their grace, you know. And that chair, that pedestal that they're stepping on, the Heavenly Father about to kick it from underneath his feet and have him dangling from the rope that he deserves. Remember that shit that y'all did with us? Well, the Lord is going to do that to you. Heavenly Father willing. And he will. Because he said so. Just like how he destroyed the Egyptians, the same before enslaving the children of Israel, by the way. He didn't just do that just because he had nothing else to do. He did it because he has his reasons. Which is a good judgment. Now it's America's turn. It's Esau's turn in plain language. Because, you might think like, what, America? Who do you... I'm talking about the Edomites that stole America from the Native Americans. Those people, right? I was thinking of a scripture in my head. Woe unto them that have things gotten by ill gains. Ill gains. King James, right? Here. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 2. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivereth from death. That's what I'm looking for. Ill-gotten gains. Riches gotten by deceit. Ecclesiasticus, which is the book of Sirach. Yeah, the book of Sirach 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. So we're looking to inherit the kingdom because they stole everything that they got by deceit. There's many more scriptures, but I can't get it in my head right now. So Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse here, 48. Therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And why? Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh, not Yahweh thy power, with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. So now he will make us to serve our enemies. Because our people are very disrespectful. That's why. We speak very disrespectful. And even Michael the archangel himself did not speak disrespectful towards Satan himself. He didn't do it. But our people do it. What a joke. That's why we are where we. That's why we don't have our own food. That's crazy. That's a crazy analysis if you think about it. Think about it. So we were disrespectful to the Lord, and then now we don't have our own food. We buy food from another race. We don't have our own water. Look at Flint, Michigan. You think that they would do that shit to Beverly Hills, Edomites over there, or the gated communities all across America in the fine neighborhoods, the clean neighborhoods and stuff like that, secure, safe, safety. You can walk the street at night. Go try that shit in Chirac or other nigga places and see what happens to you. Your own people are gonna try to rob you for the nothing that you have. Anyway, so because we disrespected the Lord, now we can't even feed ourselves. We don't even have our own clothing. Since when the niggas clothe themselves? They buy clothing. From who? Your oppressor. Ain't that funny? Isaiah chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, the Lord, Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah. So, the northern tribers and the southern tribers. Doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the stability and the prophets, the wise, the wisdom, wise men, the ancient men. The whole stay of bread, the stability of bread, feeding ourselves, and the whole stay of water, the stability of watering ourselves. He took that away from us. You know how funny that is when you read about it, like, oh, that's why we don't have it. It's just funny to me, man. Like, wow, he did that? He really did that. Oh man, we must have been really pieces of shit. Really think about it. I think about it. It's in my head. It's funny. We're great people, but we're pieces of shit. I'll tell you that. Cause why? We're disrespectful. The majority of our people are disrespectful. Starting with the disrespect that we did against the Lord. Right. Let me see. So, Deuteronomy chapter 34, verse 6. And he buried him in a valley in the land of Moab, over against Beth Peor. But no man knoweth of his sepulchre unto this day. And Moses was 120 years old when he died. His eye was not dim, neither his natural force abated. So what is abated, right? Become less intense or widespread. So of something unpleasant or severe become less. So this is the point. Wait, here. Make something less intense. Reduce. So reduce or remove, but in this case reduce. So what did not reduce? His strength. And you can read it here. If you go to the Hebrew, natural force. Here. The word there, the word here and there. Sorry, the word there is Hebrew 38:93. Moisture, freshness, vigor. So he was also beautiful. You know, when your skin get old. I mean, when you get old, your skin get old too. You got that not that shiny skin anymore. But what the Heavenly Father is going to do, He's going to do this. Um, okay, as a child. Oh, child. No. Second Samuel somewhere. Or yeah, this one too. But in Samuel is it's somewhere. Samuel or Kings even. Hmm. Wait. Yes, it was Kings. Second Kings chapter 5 verse 14. Then he went down. You need to read the whole chapter to get the understanding, but I'll tell you a little bit. Then he went down and dipped himself 7 times in Jordan. He was lepers. He was white skinned. He was a leper. So then the angel, oh no, the man of the Lord, which was Elisha told him to go do that. According to the saying of the man of the Heavenly Father. And if I'm correct, it was Elisha. Please forgive me if I'm wrong because I have not read it um, in a very long time. So, yeah, if you read the chapter, you will find out. But I think it was Elisha. And his flesh came again like unto the flesh of a little child, and he was clean. Yeah, because he was leprous. So this shows you that leprosy is a flesh disease. It's a sin, by the way. Also, if you read this one with the understanding of what we are supposed to understand, with all thy Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right, you can have wisdom in something, but you don't understand it. For example, a television. You have knowledge, you have wisdom that it is a television. It's not real. Those people over there, like a movie or whatever, is not real. But a child doesn't know. When a child sees somebody die, I had it myself when I saw somebody die in the movie. So it was a confusing thing for me because I saw the movie. What's the movie? I know. I'm thinking about the name. It's Balalalamba, that movie, right? That guy that died in the plane. So okay, I Balamba La Bamba La Bamba movie. Oh, it is actually called La Bamba. Right, this movie. I forgot his name. What's his name again? Richie. Yeah, he was playing the brother. This guy he still look young. Yeah. Well, he's an Israelite, so yeah, it's in our genes. But anyway, these are the sons of Jacob. Also, right. So it says here that oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah. The movie, La Bamba, right? So when I saw this movie, I asked my sister or something. It wasn't my brother. One of those two. I asked him like, did he really die? And then she said yes and no. What? This is based on a true story. So, in reality, yes, he died, but the actor didn't die. But I was asking both, like, so is he dead? So she said yes and no. Yes to the guy that he played, but no to himself, because he's still around. And I didn't know that. I didn't understand that, so it was double fault, you know. And it was based on a true story, so it confused me. And until this day, I know that I remember how confused I was. I didn't understand it. But that shows you that, children, like I said, when you watch the television, you have wisdom that those are just lights at the back of the television, or actually the inside. Those are just lights, and then they have pixels in it, right? And then those pixels are individual little spots that light up in sequence to form a form of a person. And yeah, that's the television. So you have wisdom of it, but you don't understand how it works unless you go and study it and stuff like that. And now you know how to make televisions and stuff. So now you have the understanding of that. Plus you have the wisdom of it. You know about it, right? Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Just like a lighter, for example. If you use a lighter, you have a lighter. So when you light it, it gives off fire, right? Okay, cool. So the wisdom is that you know about it. Okay, cool. So what is the understanding of it? So the understanding of it is that there is gas here, and then this thing presses it, so it releases the gas, and there's a like a stopper somewhere here. And then this is iron, but it's kind of rough. And then there is a stone here. Oh no, here. That thing that you see here. There's a stone over there. And that stone sparks, get a spark. And then you release the gas, and then it catches fire. And yeah, so that's the understanding of that. So you do have the wisdom that that is a lighter, but do you understand how it works? Well, the same thing with the scriptures. You know the scriptures, but do you understand it? As it says here, the book of Acts chapter 8 verse 30. And Philip ran thither to him. Well, you can read the rest for yourself if you have the time. You know, the angel of the Lord spake to Philip. And Philip ran thither to him, and heard him read the prophet Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, which the prophet Isaiah wrote, and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except a man should guide me? And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. To do what? They explain to him the scriptures that he's reading, because he reads it, but he doesn't really understand what he's reading, right? So, with all thy wisdom, get the understanding. So this is what we are going to get in the kingdom. We're going to get that flesh like a child again, because we're going to be immortal. So we're not going to have these little dusty, the dusty bodies that we have right now, especially when you're getting older. You know, the brightness, the shine is being taken away. I'm going to give you an example. Wesley Snipes, White Man Can't Jump. Right, this movie, right, look, he had a shiny body over there, you know, and then nowadays you see him like this. Let me see, Blade. Here, as his skin is starting to fade, because he got a little bit older. And of course nowadays he's even more older, so his skin start deviate and stuff like that. Oh, that's not that is him. Is that him? Yeah, that's him. But anyway, here, of course, here, the hair also starts to crack, all that there, right? So, but the Lord is gonna fix us up, so we shouldn't worry too much about that. Job chapter 33 verse 25. His flesh shall be fresher than a child's. He shall return to the days of his youth. This is what the Lord is going to give us. And Job is an example of our nation. First we was doing good, then the Lord messed us up, but then the Lord give us back. The Lord give it and take it, but they never mention that he give it back. So it is actually supposed to be said like this: the Lord give it and take, and give it back, just like Job. So he is a representation of the nation of Israel, also symbolically. Yes, he is real, but just like the book of Proverbs chapter 5, 6, and 7, You need to read it spiritually, actually. So you need to read it spiritually, right? So, but you can also apply it physically. You can also read it physically, and it will still guide you toward staying away from crazy women. But it's talking about philosophies. But yeah, this is the book of Job, chapter. By the man Job, he's real, but you can symbolically or spiritually look at him as the entire nation of Israel. First, we was doing good, and then we was doing bad, and then we're gonna get the good again. But that did not manifest itself yet. But it's already written what is gonna happen to us. All we need to do is play it out like a movie. You already know the end of the movie because you read upon it. You know, and even if you didn't read upon it, you know that the good guy is gonna win in the end. In the beginning of the movie, he's doing good. Then something bad happens. Then throughout the movie, he's trying to correct that because the director made the movie like that. He's trying to correct it, and the director is, in this case, the Heavenly Father is the director. He directs everything. So, in the beginning of the movie, he's doing good, and then something bad happens. The bad guy kills his parents, and then he goes through training and he gets older, and then, he goes to go fight the bad guy. What I'm describing to you is like kung fu movies back in the days. You had I just had it in my head. What Jean-Claude Van Damme. Yeah, those type of movies. They always ended up like that. Not always, but often. But yeah, and then he grows up, turns into a man. Then he goes out to go basically kill the people that killed his parents and stuff like that. So that's us. That's what we're gonna do. Our ancestors got raped, robbed, murdered. We never got vengeance for them. The Lord's gonna get vengeance for them, but He's gonna use us. But yeah, Job is the book that is the man that is spiritually an example for what's going to happen to us. First, Job had everything, then he lost everything, and then he got everything back. See, the Lord give it and take it, but give it back 100-fold. Right. So going back to over here, the word vigor, physical strength, and good health. So what did not abate? His power, his force. So when he died, he was strong. He killed the giants, man. And that's in the book of Joshua. Moses. Numbers 31, no. Joshua. Joshua 13 and 12. All the kingdom of Og in Bashan, which reigned in Ashtaroth, and in Erdi, who remained of the giants, who remained of the remnant of the giants, for those did Moses smite and cast them out. He killed them giants, man. Moses was strong. Boy, if Moses smacked you, your bones would break. Yeah. That's how powerful he was. And if you think I'm making it up. And this was even after Moses. Joshua 23 and 10. One man of you shall chase 1,000. For the Lord your God, He it is that fighteth for you, as He had promised you. Once you get a Hebrew smack, you're dead. A Hebrew smack would kill you. Right? That's how powerful we were when we kept the Lord's commandments. But we are now weak, so we're still stronger than them. But this is nothing compared to what we really were. And that is what the Lord is going to give us back. Right? So, Numbers chapter 33, verse 38. And Aaron was 120 years old when he died in Mount Hor. And King Arad, the Canaanite, which dwelled in the south of the land of Canaan, heard of the coming of the children of Israel. And they departed from Mount Hor. Pitch there. Okay, so it says here, verse 47. No. Verse 48. And they departed. Right. This is just the traveling thing. I don't want to read that. Verse 50. And Yahweh spake unto Moses in the plains of Moab by Jordan near Jericho, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye are passed over Jordan into the land of Canaan, then ye shall drive out all the inhabitants of the land from before you, and destroy all their pictures, and destroy all their molten images, and quit pluck down all their high places, which are the places where they worship devils and their statues and stuff like that, idols and fake gods and stuff like that. And ye shall dispossess the inhabitants of the land and dwell therein. Why? Because they was doing wicked. That's why. That's why the Lord said, go kill them and dwell therein. For I have given you the land to possess it. Yes, that's why. And ye shall divide the land by lot, for an inheritance among your families. And to the more ye shall give the more inheritance, and to the fewer ye shall give the less inheritance. And if you look at this one, all tribes, you see that I just saw it here. You see that Manasseh had a very big part, and Judah had a big part too. So Simeon is small, Dan was small, Issachar, Benjamin was small too, Ephraim, but they multiplied very quick, by the way. Asher, anyway, but the biggest land mass were Manasseh and Judah were the bigger. They had more land because they were more in number. Every man's inheritance shall be in the place where his lot falleth. According to the tribes of your fathers ye shall inherit. But if ye will not drive out the inhabitants of the land from before you, then it shall come to pass that those which ye let remain of them shall be pricks in your eyes, and thorns in your sides, and shall vex you in the land wherein ye dwell. And how did they do that? By this. Psalm 106 and 34. They did not destroy the nations concerning whom the Lord commanded them, but were mingled among the heathen and learned their works. And they served their idols, which were a snare unto them. And a snare is a trap. Eh? No. Hunting. Here. This is a snare. And it's gonna catch you. It's a trap. And I saw it here too, where it said, here, trap. This is a snare. The feet is gonna come up in there, and then it's done. Right. Yea, they sacrificed their sons and their daughters unto devils. Yeah, our people did that. Just like the Canaanites. That's why the Lord said, go and kill them. Because they were doing these things. If you read the book of Leviticus 18 and also Leviticus 20, you will see what they was doing in the land. Whoa, what? That's what they was doing? Yo. Okay. The Lord said, go and kill them and take their land from them because they don't deserve it. They're murderers. Because the Israelites served their gods, their idols. And what were their idols? Child sacrifice. 38. And shed innocent blood, even the blood of their sons and of their daughters, whom they sacrificed unto the idols of Canaan. And the land was polluted with blood. You got to be real cruel to kill a baby. You got to be your own. I'm not talking about other people's babies, man. That's cruel too, by the way. But still, you got to be real cruel to kill your own babies, man. This is exactly what they're doing nowadays. There's no new thing under the sun. Killing their babies. They've been doing that since the day of since the ancient days, man. Child sacrifice, and it's shaped Planned Parenthood building. Planned Parenthood building. How is it shaped? Exactly how you think it is. What I just showed, by the way. Pyramids, just like that, right? It's the same thing. That's what they was doing. They've been doing it back then, and they're doing it now. So the Canaanites was doing it, which is Hamitic people, the Hamites. They was doing it, and our people started doing it too, and therefore we got destroyed, which is deserved. If you think about it now, if you look at it, you'd be like, oh shit, yeah, we deserve that one. We deserve that one. So our people started doing their filthy stuff, and nowadays they're doing this. Planned Parenthood, right? Here, the most dangerous place for an Israelite is in the womb of their mother. Oh, the girl got older. She got bigger. What's the first thing that they do? They start straightening their hair. This is what they do. They look like this, but they look like this. You see that shit? They want to look like this. Sorry. They look like this, but they want to look like this. And they do. Because they think they're beautiful. She believes that she's beautiful now. God damn, our people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Destroyed. Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge of the Heavenly Father. And our people did reject it. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. This is why our children be walking around like this. They don't have a father in the house neither. Of course, because you need to tell your daughter every day how beautiful she is, because she's going to be bombarded more than you can talk to her through the television, through the school system, everything and anything. That's why we're not supposed to be around our enemies, man. We're supposed to have our own land so that we can appreciate our own selves, which we don't. But anyway, our people started to worship devils and to shed innocent blood and stuff like that. And the Lord's anger was kindled against us. Well, let me read it. Sorry. Thus were they defiled, 38. Thus were they defiled with their own works, and went a whoring with their own inventions. Therefore, so because we did this, was the wrath of the Lord kindled against his people, in so much that he abhorred his own inheritance. He stayed away from it. He was like, ew, these people are filthy. By the way, the word abhor doesn't mean hate. This is bullshit. This is a lie. The original meaning of the word abhor, which is horror, means away, abstain. For example, horror, to shudder. So what is to shudder? Shudder is this. This is how you shudder. This one. That. So he shuddered. The Lord shuddered away from us in disgust and filth. Like, ew. That. It doesn't actually. Yeah, you can kind of do this, yeah. But the hatred, that's not 100%. You know, that's not the real meaning of the word. Right nowadays it is. Just like the word ignorant. Nowadays, ignorant Ignorant is this somebody that's discourteous or rude. That has nothing to do with ignorance. Ignorance means lacking knowledge because they just make up new meanings of the word, man. Ignorance simply means that you're unknowing of the fact. You're ignorant of how the television works. If you say that to a modern American person right now, they actually think you call them stupid. I'm not calling you stupid. You just lack awareness of that thing, how it works. I don't know how it works neither. Well, I kind of know, but but still, like I don't, okay. I don't know how a I don't know. I don't know how something works, man. So I'm ignorant of that. It's not a diss word, but it is seen as a diss word nowadays. So, but anyway, right? So, because we did that, he abhorred his own inheritance. And then what he do when he abhorred us? And he gave them into the hand of the heathen, and they that hated them ruled over them. See, they already hate us. And that's exactly what they're doing nowadays. They hate us. And nowadays, they rape, rob, murdered our people so bad that we look like them. We look like them now. Our people look like them. You got the men looking like this, and the female looking like that, which is horrible. Even if you dye the ends of your hair, it's still horrible. So yeah. Hey, here you go. Right? Here you go. What's down here? Nothing? Okay. Right. Going back to over here. Numbers 33 and 56. Moreover, it shall come to pass that I shall do unto you. What? Yeah. As I thought to do unto them. Right. And that is destruction. He's going to destroy us because we did not listen. So if eventually he did destroy us because eventually we did not listen. Just like in the book of Deuteronomy 28, he said, if you don't do this, well, wait, if you do this, this is what I will do to you. And if you don't listen to me, then this is what I will do to you. Right? So now the Lord is showing his mercies back because he's opening our mind to understand these scriptures again. So this is a form of mercy. The fact that we are now able to understand him at the words, the Bible. We can understand it now. The books are opened. And who opened it? The Lord. That's in Revelation 5. And he is the one that guides you into understanding. He opens your mind to it. Because a lot of people, I could talk to them and they don't get it. It doesn't matter how good you explain something to them. They just don't get it. But then I already know. Listen, man. Back in the days, I might try because I was new in this truth. I might have tried, Nowadays, I ain't trying nothing. But I'm looking at you like you dead. You're dead. You're spiritually dead. You can't get it. I ain't even talking to them. I see our people celebrating a dead house. Yes, I mean a dead tree in their house, which is a dead tree. Is a dead tree. It's dead. You chopped it. It's dead. It's dead. It's never gonna get fixed again. It's dead. You can't replant it. Trees don't work like that. You need the root. But anyway, some plants actually do work like that. You can chop it off and then replant it. Some plants can, but a tree, I have not seen that because you can't. If you put it on the ground, and then it will sprout up branches and stuff, and then turn into another tree. I have seen that, but I mean like to replant it, it's not gonna work. It's gonna die off. But yeah, you see people like that, he just leave them, man, giving out that pearls unto swine ass niggas and some dog ass niggas. Don't give your pearls onto them because well, it's not my pearls. It's the Bible. So don't give those pearls onto them. Just leave them. So Don't bother them. But back in the days, I was trying. You find out that hey, these people are gonna get angry at you. You're gonna find that out very quick. You're gonna find it out very quick. You're gonna start having enemies in your family. You're gonna shit. Hey, this guy coming in with his Bible, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, oh, okay, I didn't know you was offended. Well, you should know. The Lord said, "Blessed is he who is not offended in me." Because if you offended in me, I'm gonna be offended in you too. Once I come back, and that's your ass. And that's your ass. You're gonna die when he comes. You're gonna die. Revelation chapter 5, verse 5. But one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. The seals would that Daniel's shut down, as it is written here. Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. Right, because knowledge is being increased now. I mean, scriptural knowledge and the running to and fro, for example. You can get into Japan in a day, 24 hours or something like that, because it's very far. But you can still get there within 48 hours. Let me say that, because you got to take pit stops from time to time, because they can't just fly over there because it's too far. You have to take stops. But yeah, back in the days, it would take you a year. you leave as a baby, you coming over there as a toddler, man. And when you need to go back, man, you a teenager, man. You know what I'm saying? You a teenager by that time when you go back to the place where you're from. And people be looking at you like, hey, where's the baby? I'm the baby. See? A big ass dude. And probably maybe 10 years old or something like that. 7. Because you're not gonna just stay there for a few days and then go back to old. You're gonna stay there a few years and then go back. Right? So, right. But yeah, many shall run to and fro. So to is toward and fro is from, which is forward and back. But nowadays you say back and forth. You are able to do that. Right, and knowledge shall be increased. Yeah, look at you have a computer in your pocket right now, which is your telephone. A very powerful computer. You can do things with it. It's a camera, it's a computer, it is a way of going onto the information highway, which is the internet. You can ask questions, you can find out stuff. People can't really fool you, because you can be like, oh yeah, where does it say? And then you type in what they say, and you find out that they're liars. But yeah, not 100% of everything is on the internet. That's true. But most of the times most of the things that are documented, you could just find an article about it to see if that person is lying or not. Or missing some key facts. For example, I was trying to explain this, and I was thinking who was it again? Elijah, or I'm not sure. But you can look it up for yourself. I still didn't look it up because I'm not going to read that right now. I am going to read something else, but yeah. First, I'm going to clean the house. But so with that, I'm going to say shalom.